Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Keep watching. Okay, where's the remote?
Ugh, it's under her arm.
I'm gonna go for it.
So close.
Oh, maybe he can get it. Guess not.
I mean, can you blame him? We're delicious.
Delicious and sugar-free.
Delicious and caffeine-free. Yep. Anyway, about that remote.
Right field, Dre McCray. Center field, Hayden Roberts. Left field, Jackson Lee. First base, Bo Rock. Second base, Jackson Settlemyers. Shortstop, Jude Treadaway. Third base, Jarrett Morris. Catcher, Stone Collier. Pitcher, Matt Mordon. And DH, Ty Wicker. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to Game 1 of 2 this afternoon between ICC and Northeast. Adam Gore, Dr. Brad Boggs here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. And Dr. Boggs, when ICC and Northeast get together, it's usually a good time.
Oh, always. And good day out here today. The sun's shining out here, beautiful day. And I know you'll mention this too, but it's a great day too to lead off with Coach Cressup throwing the first pitch, and I know you'll go into that here shortly further. But like I say, plenty of time for people to get out here and see some good conference baseball here between ICC and Northeast.
So winning that Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here to be Holiday to start things off for Northeast. And that Guaranteed Bank opening pitch coming your way at 2:08, and it goes for a ball. So that's a 2:08 Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here to Lath Holloway. Holiday, Sprawling, and McNatt due up here in the top of the first. Is that pitch in there for a strike for ICC as Bourdon on the hill getting the start here in Game 1. And Brad, here in a few moments, I'll give you a chance to talk about some of his stats. 1-1 is the count to Holiday. That pitch missing outside for a ball.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Matt Bourdon on the hill today for the Indians, and he's a sophomore pitcher. He's had 7 appearances. He's a lefty. He has 1 win, 3 losses this year thus far, 25 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 26 hits as that pitch is fouled back for strike 2. 19 runs, 9 base on balls, 34 Ks on the year with a 5.68 ERA.
Those stats being brought to you by Sam's Town Market right there in the heart of Manatachee. That's a 2-2 pitch, breaking pitch, and just missing on that outer edge. Now the count goes full here to 3-2.
Yeah, as you mentioned, that was just missing right there. Of course, Holiday up to bat, as you mentioned. He's got a good eye, and I'm sure they want him on base with speed, and we'll talk about that, I'm sure, as the day goes on. And he did draw the walk. Not the perfect start as you want there for Bourdon to put the leadoff guy on base. You and I have talked about it over the years, how that comes back to bite you a lot of times.
Yeah, I would say it always typically hurts whenever you see that leadoff batter walk to start the inning. So now this is going to bring Sprawling to the plate. He's playing in left field here in Game 1. Just under the way here is the wind actually blowing basically from the scoreboard to the first base dugout. So don't see the wind blow that way that often here at the ballpark. It's that pitch high and outside for a ball. Blocked up nicely there for Collier. 1-0 now is the count.
Yeah, you got to be careful right there. That one was, Collier had to come up out of his stance there, as squatting down there in the catching position to get that ball. And, you got speed on the bases, and you definitely don't want no outs and Holiday at second.
That pitch, not sure where that one missed there. 2-0 now is the count. Is that one looked like it caught that outer edge, but instead 2-0 now is the count.
Yeah, Sprawling comes into the contest, a .301 batting average. Does have 3 home runs on the year. He's second on the team there with 3 home runs, and he has walked 15 times this year and has 5 stolen bases to his credit as well. So there's some speed behind Sprawling as well.
So 2-0 is the count. Pitch on its way, and it hit him. Not the ideal start here for the Indians in Game 1, a walk and then a hit by pitch.
No, definitely not. That's not what you want. That's not the start for Coach Collier that you're going to want.
Number 12, Connor McNatt.
And I'm sure Bourdon needs to kind of step back, take a deep breath, and compose himself and correct these issues now that you got your number 3 hitter coming up.
Yeah, this is going to be McNatt coming to the plate here for the Tigers. No outs, runners on first and second after a walk and hit by pitch. So Bourdon going to have to kind of take a deep breath and settle down here. Shows bunt, and that one runs up high for a ball.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised with it. Try to lay the bunt down here now that you got both. You got 2 speed. You got 2 speedy guys on base here. I mean, you're going to want to try to capitalize on this if possible and try to move them up. But I will say this about McNatt. He is one of the leaders in average on the team. He's got a 328 batting average coming into today.
That time takes the bunt off and takes it for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here to McNatt.
He's a freshman, and he is batting from the left side of the plate today, too. So he's also leads the team in on-base percentage with 488. So, again, as he takes strike two, though, Adam.
Well, good job there settling down by Bourdon. As you said, Brad, a dangerous person at the plate right now with runners on first and second and no outs. Tons of speed on the bases here for the Tigers, trying to get a positive start here in game one. 1-2 pitch on its way. This one fouled back into your living room, and we'll stay at 1-2.
Yeah, breaking pitch, left that one up there. You're not going to want to do that throughout the day. Luckily, McNatt, that's probably the first time I think he saw that one, and he did foul it back, got a piece of it, 1-2 count. But if you're Bourdon, you're going to want to get that one down.
This pitch fouled back and out of play. We'll stay at 1-2 once again. Well, if you missed it last night, ICC and Northeast played in softball in Boonville. They split games there. Northeast taking game one, 3-1. ICC winning game two by the score of 8-1. The wind blowing into the ballpark. As this pitch fouled back once again. Brad, it is very rare that you see the wind blowing into the park here.
Yeah, going to be a tough day if that wind keeps it like it is right there and stays in that that territory. That it's going to be hard to get the ball out of here today. Not saying it can't happen, but it's going to be difficult.
Blowing in basically dead center to home plate. And
Good
there's
pitch.
strike three.
All right, and you want to take note of that right there. If you're ICC, if you're on the mound, also at Northeast, he called that. That was that one was kind of on the outside part of the plate, low and outside. Let's just see if he continues to call that type of pitch, and then that way you know that's the adjustment you got to make not only when you're at the plate, but as when you're on the mound pitching.
So with one out now, runners still at first and second. This is going to bring Crumpton to the plate. And that pitch in there for a strike. So nice job by Bourdon to kind of settle down and find the zone on these last 3 or 4 pitches.
Yeah, needed to. I mean, he was in a critical situation there with runners at first and second speed, and now you can still set up. Of course, that one's popped up foul here. It's getting out of play where the Indians possibly could turn a double play here. Going to be a little difficult to have the speed on the bases. Again, you got your cleanup guy up here with Crumpton, who is batting 307 on the – 241 on the year.
So 0-2 is the count here to Crumpton. One out. Runners on first and second for the Tigers. This pitch popped up. It's going to get out of play.
Yeah, 0-2 count still. Crumpton doing a good job of fouling those back and staying alive at the plate. If you're Bourdon right here, of course, what you'd like to see him throw one, close enough outside the zone here and see if we get him to chase one. But, again, you don't want to throw something too far out of the zone where it gets behind Collier.
There's a hard hit ball and a diving catch over at third. They're going to try to double him up, but they can't.
And you hit it to Hoover down there.
Yeah, I'm going to say, Brad,
vacuum.
Yeah. You can't say enough about the play of Morrison over there at third.
I mean, that again, right there, another great play, defensive play. I mean, we're becoming used to it here at Etowamba, seeing it, and that was needed again. And I mentioned earlier, he's gonna have to get that breaking pitch down. Well, that was his breaking pitch right there. It hung up there, and Crumpton was sitting on it and hit a hard line shot to third as that strike one to McReynolds, but line shot to Morris down there, who just swallowed it up and got the second out of the inning.
So 2 away now, as that first pitch was called a strike. And that one missing for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
And McReynolds has a little speed as well. He's got 4 stolen bases. He's second on the team in stolen bases. He does have 16 walks, too, so he sees the ball pretty well at the plate. Apparently does have a 289 average coming into today.
There's a rip, but it's going to be pulled foul. 1-2 now is going to be the count here to McReynolds.
Yeah, it's that breaking pitch again. He does have a 1-2 count on him here. I just don't want to see that breaking pitch looking too good here. I mean, it's still kind of hanging in there. They're sitting on it pretty good. And when Bourdon's breaking pitch is working, it's going good as the runner.
Oh, my goodness.
Takes
Brad.
ball 2 right there.
Yeah. That's even getting some murmuring out of the Northeast fans.
Yeah, that's questionable. But, again, umpire saw it different.
Clearly.
Got him.
As Jim Ingram says, ball don't lie. As that's going to be swinging strike 3. That is the second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. We'll keep it here real quick, and Brad, we'll let you introduce us to today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups.
Yeah. As we mentioned, here going through Northeast, you had number 1 Lath Holiday as lead off in center field. Batting second, Christian Sprawlings in left field. Batting third is Connor McNatt, who's playing first today. Batting in the cleanup spot, Kelly Crumpton, who's at third. Batting in the 5 slot, Harris McReynolds, who plays second for them. Then you got Connor Graves following him up, playing right field today. Batting 7th, Ryan Bland, who will be the DH. Batting 8th, Colin Oswalt, who will be catching. And then batting 9th is Andrew Davis, playing shortstop. And you do have Taylor Ballard on the hill for Northeast.
That is your starters there for Northeast. And now the starting lineup for your ICC Indians. ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination. And Coach Collier hopes he's got that same winning combination put together here in Game 1.
Yeah, most definitely. And leading off will be Jude Treadaway, who is playing short today. Batting second is Jackson Settlemyers, playing second. Third is Stone Collier, be behind the plate as we've mentioned, doing the catching duties. Batting in the cleanup spot, Bo Rock, playing first. 5th, Jackson Lee in left. Batting 6th, Jarrett Morris, third base. Batting 7th, is Ty Wigger, be DHing today. Batting 8th, Dre McCray out and right. Batting 9th, Hayden Roberts in center field. And as we mentioned, pitching on the mound will be is Matt Bordon for the Indians.
That is your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups for both squads. Appreciate Coke and all they do here for ICC. Not only ICC, but all of Northeast Mississippi in the area. Well, Brad, you kind of touched on it as we got a little bit of time to kill here before the start of the bottom of the first. It was Coach Cressup throwing out the first pitch today, and if that name sounds familiar, well, we're at Cressup Field. And so Coach Roy Cressup coming out, and I'll tell you what, the man still got a cannon on him as he launched that one across. So good to see Coach Cressup doing well and coming out able to throw the first pitch.
Yeah, it's always good to see Coach Cressup. He's still a huge supporter of Etowah athletics as well as Etowah baseball. Was a pitcher here back in the day, played baseball and basketball when he was here. 2-star athlete there, 2-sport athlete. But great to see Coach Cressup. I saw his family as I was walking in too. They were here to see him throw the first pitch out. So just a great day for Etowah, a great day for the Cressup family as well.
And if you ever need a ringer on your golf team, he's your guy.
He definitely is.
I think he's hit 7 hole-in-ones. And people are like, Gore, you're kind of over the top. I kid you not. It's going to be north of 5.
No, he's a great golfer. I actually have played with him before, and he probably didn't want me to play anymore with him after that.
That pitch high and inside, 1-1 now is the count. This is Jude Treadaway in the leadoff spot, playing shortstop here for the Indians. And maybe why he's never invited me to play with him. There's a shot that's going to be dropping for a base hit.
Yeah, great start right there by Treadaway, and that's what I like to see, and I know that's what Coach Collier likes to see. Hit a line shot right there, sitting on that first pitch, or not the first pitch, but sitting on that fastball from Ballard there for Northeast, and drove that one over the second baseman's head. Clean single right there. So the leadoff batter is on for the Indians here in the bottom of the first.
Time is taken here as infield umpire going to ask a trio of kids to get off the top of the dugout. One kid is struggling to get down as he can't find the chair. As well, maybe he just don't want to get down.
Yeah, I think he's still trying. Yeah,
there he goes. He didn't want to fall.
That's it. Oh, Lord.
So that first pitch here to Settlemyers, missing for a ball. And that's going to be ball 2. This is Ballard on the hill here for Northeast. And we'll take a look at his numbers after this next pitch. This is a 2-0 count here to Settlemyers with a runner on first and no outs. Bottom of the first inning. As this pitch popped out of play, 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, Ballard is a lefty sophomore out of Tupelo, and he comes into the day with 7 appearances on the year. He does have 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 complete game, 27 innings pitched, giving up 21 hits. As that ball is driven deep into right. Great job by Settlemyers. Good thought right there, Adam, but it just did not pan out. and did not go deep enough right there. So that's the first out of the inning. And I'll finish up here with Ballard and give it over to you. Giving up 7 runs, 11 walks, has 26 Ks to his credit, with a 2.33 ERA coming in today.
Well, that one sounded pretty good off the bat of Settlemyers, but a nice job by Graves to hustle back and catch that one about a step in front of the warning track. And now this will be Stone Collier coming to the plate.
Yeah, Stone comes into the day for the ICC, leading the Indians in several categories, or up there toward the top. He does have a 338 batting average, which is second on the team, as that's ball one. 459 on base percentage, leading the team there. Does have as well got 5 home runs, which he is tied for the lead there on the team. 17 RBIs right up there at the top as well. So 27 hits right there at the top as that was thrown over the first. So Stone's having a kind of a good, he's picked it up. Conference play has happened here, and Stone has picked it up. I know he had a big home run at Pearl River, too.
He did, and he's getting healthy. That's the key thing, getting healthy at the right time of year. So 1-0 is the count. That pitch high and outside, 2-0 now. The count here to Stone Collier.
Yeah, you mentioned getting healthy. Stone's kind of battled some injuries over the years here, and I think he's feeling right now as good as he's felt in quite some time, and hitting his groove here. So it's good to see Stone producing like he is as he takes ball 3 right there outside. Not really throwing anything close to Stone at this point, and I expect him to be taken here.
Yeah, 3-0 is the count here to Collier. 1 out and a runner over at first. No score here in the bottom of the first of game 1 between ICC and Northeast. Taking the whole way that time, it was right down the middle for a strike. 3-1 now is the count.
Yeah, strike one. Again, 3-1 count, still a hitter's count here, and Coach Connor's going to say, Stone, it just needs to be perfect for you to swing it. It needs to be right there in your zone. And it was.
He just got underneath that one a little late, popped it back for strike 2. 3-2 now is the count here on Collier. That one over the top of us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. Remind you, if you'd like to give to ICC Baseball, you can do so by visiting iccms.edu/Indian Club.
Runner goes,
but that's going to be ball 4, and a nice at bat there by Collier, patiently drawing the walk.
Yeah, great job right there. It moves the runner. We still only have 1 out now. So now you have Jude Treadaway with some speed in scoring position with the Indians here in the bottom of the first with an opportunity to get a run on the board.
So now this will be Bo Rock coming to the plate, playing at first base. Brad, one thing we haven't talked about yet is this pitch fouled off and out of play for strike 1. This is the home debut of the New Jerseys this year, the powder blue jerseys with the red numbers. Got a little bit of the dark blue and white trim around them as well.
Yeah, it is kind of match the umpire out there, the home plate umpire today. But, yes, it is the debut. We've seen them at an away game as Bo swings at that one, chops it foul down the first baseline on that breaking pitch. That was kind of left up there by Ballard. But debut of these, and they look good. Good-looking set of uniforms, and the Indians were able to get that this year, and I know Coach Collier and his team were happy about this update that we have and with the color.
So waiting the 0-2 pitch here to Bo Rock. Runners at first and second. Ground ball. That's going to get through for a base hit. This should score a run. Nice at bat there by Bo Rock, and they're going to throw it to third to cut off the runner. And ICC strikes first to take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I'm going to tell Ballard about the same thing I was telling Matt Bordon. You got to get that breaking pitch down. Luckily, right there, Bo was out in front of it just a touch. Still was able to get good bat on it and drive it between first and second to get a single and the first and an RBI and the first run of the day.
And so now this will be Lee coming to the plate. This is that pitch high and outside for a ball. Well, this is something else we've seen that we haven't seen a lot out of the Indians this year is patient at bats. They're not chasing a lot of early pitches and getting themselves in some pretty good hit counts so far.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do, especially here this first go-around when you've seen Ballard here, and that was going to be a tip, so that's going to be strike 1 there on Jackson Lee. But you need to see some pitches. Again, this is a 9-inning game, game 1, and so there's plenty of time here. Be patient at the plate and start seeing this pitcher as that one's in the dirt for ball 2. So that way you can hip yourself at the plate, but also hip your teammates.
2-1 now is the count here to the left fielder, Jackson Lee. Indians have struck for a run, trying to add some more to them here. Runners on first and second. Jammed him. This one popped up. First baseman should have a play on it, and he does.
And it does kind of looked like a little slider or something that was high up there. I say high, it was kind of up in the zone a little bit, and it ran right in on his hands. And so all Lee was able to do to fight that one off was just kind of pop it up there to the right sides, and so they were easily able to catch it to get the out.
So this will bring Morris to the plate here with 2 outs. Runners still at first and second. Already talked about Morris and the glove he has this year. It's pretty much every game he's almost about to make an outstanding defensive play as he caught a ripped shot off the bat of Crumpton on a line drive for the second out of the top half of the inning. Takes that first pitch low in the dirt for a ball. Pops this one up. Right fielder's giving chase, and it's going to be in foul territory.
Ooh,
does he make the play? Wow.
What a catch, Adam.
Impressive play there as the right fielder making the long running catch. It was fouled out, and a sliding catch over there to end the inning. But the Indians do score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We played 1 here in Fulton. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Why didn't you answer your phone?
You're not gonna believe what just... You bought a Coca-Cola with 0 sugar?
Yeah. Why?
Come on, it has 0 sugar.
Yep. And it's delicious.
I don't believe it.
Just try something new. You'll love it.
This does taste great.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Hurry up and try new Little Caesars Crazy Puffs. They're 4 fun-sized puffs packed with cheese, pepperoni, and sauce at only $3.99.
We need to go try these new Little Caesars Crazy Puffs right now.
Stuffed for it! Try new Little Caesars Crazy Puffs for only $3.99.
Pizza.
Praise.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the top of the second inning. ICC with a 1-0 lead after an RBI single by Bo Rock that scored Treadaway in the home half of the first. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters due up here for Northeast. Graves, Bland, and Oswalt. That first pitch in there for a strike here from Burdon. So 0-1 is the count to Graves, who's playing in right field. And Brad, we just saw the outstanding play he made. Well, we saw it. People at home didn't because the camera doesn't go that wide, but an outstanding play he made defensively.
Yeah, it's a shame, and I wish they could, but what a catch. I mean, he was running in foul territory over there, saw the fence coming up, went ahead and started to slide early as that's down in the dirt for ball 1. Couldn't get him to chase that, but as he started to slide, he still was able to make the catch basically on his knees in a sense. And so excellent catch right there by Graves as he takes ball 2 right there for a 2-2 count.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count. See Stephen West out here enjoying the day in the games today. Tell Laney that he says great music selection so far.
He was trying to beg for a hit by pitch there, but
yeah, you got to sell it better than that.
Yeah, you got to sell it better than that. I don't think that was you're going to get that one. It might, if anything, it might have just grazed a jersey, but I don't think that it did that. So ball 3, full count. Got him.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Another Renaissance Bank strikeout there the third of the game
Ryan Bland.
for Bourdon. And I tell you what, Brad, he's done a really good job of settling down. Struggled early, walked one, hit one, then got that strikeout. A great defensive play over at third, and has been back-to-back strikeouts since then.
Yeah, and then that's what it took. I mean, like you said, he settled down. That's ball one right there outside. But maybe, now that he's settled down, he's starting to throw strikes, he's getting outs, and you just got to let your defense play behind you.
That one's going to miss low. 2-0 now is the count here to Bland, who is the DH here in game one. So 2 balls, no strikes, and 1 out. Nobody on here in the top of the second. 1-0 ICC with the lead. Is that pitch high for ball 3?
Yeah, Blanton comes into the day. He's a freshman, comes in batting .263 on the day. He does have 7 walks as well as 5 hits.
That pitch in there for a strike, taking the whole way that time. 3-1 now is the count. Well, expect the crowd to grow throughout the day. If you are in the area, come on down. As they're going to say, did he go or not?
I think they're saying he fouled it off.
So they're going to say a foul ball, and apparently fouled it back into Collier. And umpire's going to walk it out there and give him a chance to gather himself.
He kind of took a half swing there and just couldn't decide, didn't make up his mind. And he pulled back, didn't pull back in time, just got a piece of it, full count.
So waiting the 3-2 offering here.
Got him.
Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Nice pitch right there, up in the zone, a little bit fastball up in the zone, kind of on the outer edge of the plate, and just wasn't one Bland could catch up with.
So now this will bring the catcher Oswalt to the plate here for the Tigers. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the second. ICC leading this one 1-0. That pitch missing for a ball.
Yeah, Oswalt, sophomore on the year, 229 coming into the day. And he does have, looks like he's got 8 hits on the year thus far.
So 2 balls, no strikes after 2 quick pitches missing the zone. And my goodness, we're guessing at balls and strikes from up here for right now, because like I said, haven't seen enough pitches to really kind of gauge his zone, but his zone's kind of been all over the place.
Fouled that one back.
That one fouled back. 2-2 now is the count.
And you and I were talking at the beginning before the broadcast started, Northeast coming in 17-14, ICC 11-17, but pretty equal in the conference. They both got 3 wins apiece in the conference, so this is a big day for both teams. So they're kind of comparing each other. They're kind of similar on paper. So as that's
pitch high for a ball. 3-2 now is the count. That's what I'm saying. You kind of have to wait to see what the call is going to be. So now the count goes full. 3-2 here to Oswalt. Pitch coming.
Popped him up.
This one popped up. Foul territory. Rock giving chase, and it's going to no.
Oh. Well, it was in that dead zone, basically.
Yeah, I would say in that dead zone. And
yeah, it was in the dead zone, so it wouldn't have counted anyway.
And I don't think Coach Carter is going to come out and fuss about that.
No, I mean, it's chalked off there. I mean, his feet were obviously in the dead zone, Rock were. So, again, nothing you can do about that. There was just a fouled it off, and it went to the right area. So it was in that dead zone to keep someone from getting hurt, too, over there. So do it again, do it all over again here.
So 3-2 now is the count once again to Oswalt. Pitch on its way. This one fouled back into your living room, and we'll stay at 3-2.
Good job there by Oswalt. Kind of a good at bat here to see a lot of pitches, force Bourdon to throw several pitches here and up his pitch count early here in the top of the second. Not a good
pitch, and that one.
Yeah, he lost it.
Yep, couldn't quite get on the top of that one, so that will be the second walk issued of the game. It comes with 2 outs in the inning, and now this will bring Davis to the plate with 2 outs and a runner at first here for the Tigers.
Northeast has played 3 more games in ICC thus far on the year. Pretty equal on runs, 136 for ICC, 141 on Northeast. That's strike 1. Your batting averages are ICC a little ahead with 276 team batting average. Northeast with a team batting average of 254.
So 0-1 is the count here to Davis.
Ooh.
Snap throw to first, not in time.
good move right there. Bourdon has picked, I know we've seen one here at home. I know he picked somebody off at home, so not a bad move over there for Bourdon. Of course, you got Oswald over there. I don't expect him to do any running, but that doesn't mean he won't. That breaking pitch, he's going to have to get on top of that, Adam. Again, he's leaving it up. It's not coming back, and if he doesn't get on top of that, that's definitely not going to get the break he wants to get back into the zone either, so that's ball one.
So 1-1 now is the count here to Davis. That fastball in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good job coming back with that fastball and kind of jammed him inside on the inner half of the plate there, inner part, and so did not draw a swing. 1-2 count. That was a good pitch.
So winning the 1-2 offering here. Got him to chase one. They're going to say he did. They're going to appeal to first, and the first base coach or umpire don't even see him.
No, he hadn't even checked. He hadn't even looked at him.
Hello.
Home plate umpire.
Now he finally says he did not go. I mean, he was just laid back, chilling out, looking at the infield.
Just enjoying the day. It's a beautiful sunny day out here.
I mean, no clue that the home plate umpire was even talking to him. 2-2 now is the count. This pitch popped up. It's going to get out of play, and we'll stay at 2-2.
Yeah, that one gets into the parking lot. So good job there. Still 2-2 count, as you mentioned here, and this is Davis, the shortstop. Number 9 slot here in the batting lineup for Northeast with 2 outs.
I will say this, even though he wasn't paying attention, he didn't get the call right. I didn't feel like he went.
Ooh.
As there's going to be a hard hit ball right up the middle. That's going to go for a base hit.
Yeah, great job of hitting. Just send it right back up the middle. Took that pitch where it came from and just sent it right back that way. And good line shot in the center for a single. That does move your runner up to second now, so you do have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
First hit of the game there for Northeast. ICC has 2 hits so far in the contest. And so now back to the top of the lineup here in Holiday. I just don't know where that pitch is missing.
Well, I think there's a lot of people questioning that at this moment, including our fans.
The thing about it is, though, he's calling it both ways.
Mm-hmm.
And that pitch high and inside for a ball. 2-0 now is the count.
And this is Holiday, as you mentioned, and of course he's got a good eye at the plate there. He's walked his first at bat, and he does have 14 walks on the year, so 15 now.
So runners at first and second in a 1-0 contest. 3-0 now is the count here to Holiday.
And that's the thing, Adam. If you're Bourdon out there, you can't let the umpire frustrate you.
Right.
You can't. And I don't know if that's going to happen or not, or if it is. You just got to continue to play ball and try to throw strikes and not let him frustrate you as he does get strike one there. You can't control that. He's gonna call what he wants to call. You just got to do your job out there and throw strikes as best you can and throw the ball.
So now the count goes 3-1 here on Holiday. Pitch coming, and this one fouled back into your living room. 3-2 now will be the count.
Yeah, good job to battle back now and have 2 strikes on Holiday. So, as you mentioned, full count, 2 outs.
So the Indians looking for the exit. Tigers trying to keep the 2-out rally going here. Pitch coming.
Didn't get it.
A ball. Wow. I mean, right now, if I'm a batter for both teams, I'll leave my bat on the shoulder. I mean, they're having to throw into a coffee tin right now.
Yeah, you don't know really what he's calling. I don't think either team has a good read at the plate or on the mound, to be honest with you, if you're a pitcher, but you don't have a good read of what he's calling or where he's really sticking. You know he's going to call this a strike, and that's where his sticking point is. I had to walk the run in right there. He hit him.
Hit him there. So second time that Sprawling has been hit by a pitch, and now we're tied 1-1 here in the top of the second inning.
Number 12, Connor McNabb.
Well, he followed it up with what he did in the first inning. He walked Holiday and then hit Sprawling, which is it's just right there. It's the same thing. It's identical to what they did their first at bat.
Well, if he does it here, he should get McNabb looking at strike 3.
Well, let's hope so. Bases are still juiced.
That pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count.
Can't start aiming. It's almost looking like he was trying to aim that pitch, and that's what Coach Collier is going to go out here and talk to him about. He's going to draw a mound visit. He said he told Stone, no, go back. I think that's what he's going to talk to him about. It's looking like he's aiming right now trying to appease the umpire, Adam, and I just don't think that's going to happen.
Brad, you know we're always talking about Laney on the broadcast,
We do,
and everybody's
yeah.
like, who the heck is Laney?
Yeah.
Well, let's introduce you to Laney real quick.
Here comes Laney.
I'm Lenny Howell, your 2024 ICC Most Beautiful, and you're watching the ICC Sports Network.
And so that was Miss Laney, ICC's Most Beautiful. She also runs the scoreboard.
Yeah, great commercial right there. Introduction by Laney, as well as she is in here, and she's actually doing double duty today. She's doing all the announcing, the music, everything, as well as running the scoreboard. As that's ball two, to McNatt here. Is that McNatt?
Yeah, this is McNatt at the plate.
Okay.
He struck out looking in his first at bat, and that pitch runs inside and called a strike. Yeah, I've gotten some text messages from, I'm not going to call their names out, from numerous other people watching right now. They share the same sentiments that we have on the strike zone right now. As there's a big swing and a miss, 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, healthy cut right there. Inside part of the plate, McNatt could not get his timing down on that. Big pitch right here. It's a 2-2 count, 2 outs.
So Berdon getting ready to toss this one with bases loaded and 2 outs here. 1-1 is the contest. A lot of time, and now the batter calls for time. And something else you got to be careful. We do have the pitch. We don't have the pitch clock, the pitch count, I guess you would say. As the wind blowing back into the ballpark here. 2-2 pitch on its way. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Well, the Indians get out of the inning with minimal damage done there, but the Tigers do get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 3 left on base. We'll take a timeout and be back with the bottom of the second right after this on the ICC Sports Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the bottom of the second inning. 1-1 is your score. It was a RBI single by Bo Rock that got the Indians on the board in the bottom of the first, and then it was a hit by pitch to Sprawling that had bases loaded that scored Oswald in the top half of the second, and that is your Samstown Market scoring update here through the first 2 innings of the contest. And for ICC, it's going to be the DH Wicker starting us off here in the bottom of the second. And I tell you what, he took a healthy chop at that one.
Yeah, fastball kind of up in the zone, saw it, kind of like a beach ball there, and just swung right through it, strike 1.
Wicker, McCray, and Roberts due up.
Strike 2.
0-2 now is the count here on Wicker.
Yeah, Wicker comes in one of the top on the team in batting average, 323 with also 421 on base percentage. So he's got to battle back here to see if he can get on base.
So waiting the 0-2 toss here. That one missing low for a ball. 1-2 now is the count here. Ballard still on the heel here for Northeast. Northeast 1 hit. ICC with 2 hits so far on the afternoon. It's that pitch in the dirt. 2-2 now is the count.
I think you and I mentioned that, but I got an alert on my phone that they're giving us a frost advisory tonight.
That is crazy.
Crazy weather here. It's almost the 1st of April and getting that crazy weather.
That pitch high and inside, 3-2. Tell you what, if frost gets rid of pollen, though, I'm all about that life.
Got to get rid of that pollen, man. I'm telling you, it causes those allergies to act up.
This is the best I felt in the last 5 or 6 days best I've sounded. Well, I can't say that because this pitch popped up back, and it's going to get out of play. A lot of people say, Gore, you don't sound good ever, but I just don't feel like I'm talking into a drum right now.
I understand. Now, it's that time of year, and of course, generally you roll into April. Of course, Easter weekend this weekend. I know we can talk more about that later, but Easter normally falls on over into April. But you normally get another cold snap as that one's fouled. Well, no, it's not. It's popped up down the left side.
They lost it.
Lost it.
Wow, that one ended up well away from everybody.
Yeah, it's in foul territory, really third base side.
So they were in shallow left.
Everybody turned and went out into left field. Left fielder came charging, short and third, turned and went into left field. And
well, that's what we talked about, that wind's blowing in. So
wind blowing in, then you still got the sun issues here too if you're northeast, not used to playing here.
So 3-2 now is the count. Swing and a miss for strike one as Wicker goes down. That's the first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day, and this will bring up Dre McCray to the plate. He's playing in right field here in game one for the Indians. And McCray loses that first pitch low for a ball.
Yeah, breaking pitch down a little low there. Could not, catcher couldn't get it up high enough to get a call from the umpire on that one.
So 1-0 is the count here to Dre. That pitch high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count.
Dre comes into the day with a .228 batting average, and of course does have 13 hits to his credit thus far.
That pitch just a bit outside. 3-0 now is the count.
Wind blowing in pretty rough there, Adam. Look at the flag out there, and I know we've mentioned it several times, but you can really feel that wind blowing in. We're just blowing right at us here.
I guess it is bringing that cold air in, so
be tough. It's going to be tough for anybody to hit the long ball, especially in center field today, as Dre takes strike one there, 3-1 count.
3-1 now is the count here to McCray. I'll tell you a story about hitting a home run to center field from last night. As that pitch in there for a strike. So calling the Northeast ICC softball game. Northeast is playing Julia Shaw all the way. They're basically on the shallow infield. Like they get out in the grass where they're turf. So I would say, man, she should lay down a bunt right now to see. Wow. That was called strike three.
Number 24, Hayden Roberts.
Let me finish my story then. That's the only way we have not comment on that. So anyway, I say Julia should lay down a bunt here to sneak in a base hit. They're that far back. She swings it, cranks one out to dead center field, and says, "No, sir, Adam Gore, I'm hitting a home run."
I'm not going to do that, Adam. I'm going to hit a home run. That's ball one high to Hayden Roberts. Was a breaking pitch up in the zone high.
Yeah, so right now, everybody, including us in the stadium, unsure what the strike zone is after that last pitch to McCray. That pitch high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count.
Yeah, good eye there by Hayden coming in. And Hayden Roberts looks like he's coming in today with a .260 batting average. Does have 13 hits as well on the year, matching that of Dre McCray, who just K'd.
So that pitch missing low for a ball. Yeah, I can tell there's about a 30-second delay in the broadcast and people watching at home because my phone just blew up shortly thereafter on that, around about the same time that pitch for McCray come across. That pitch in there for a strike.
3-1 count here. Still a hitter's count. Again, no one's really knowing, though. I mean, we think it's a hitter's count, but you don't know what the umpire is going to call here. That one's fouled back. Good cut right there by Roberts. Wasn't able to get his timing down on it. Full count, so runs the count to full here.
And we're not saying that being negative towards because he's been that way on both sides of the plate. We're just telling you how it's going right now.
That's it. It is what it is. Ball four.
We think. So it is ball four to Roberts as that one drifts high and inside. Second walk of the game
Number 23,
by
Treadaway.
Ballard, and now we'll go to Treadaway, who started us off with a single to start the bottom of the first. He eventually came around to score.
Yeah, it was a good hit, good clean single by Jude Treadaway in the first inning, and just turned on that pitch, kind of up in the zone a little bit, and hit a good line shot out in the right field.
So he'll dig in.
Did it again.
He does it again. Right fielder, though, is going to come over. It just carried long enough. Great play out there in right. We've said that once, and now we said it twice about Graves coming out there, and that robbed the ICC of a possible extra base hit, maybe even a run if that one gets down. We played 2 in Fulton. It's 1-1. Don't you go anywhere, folks. We got a good one brewing here. Back with more right after this.
At Little Caesars, get a large custom 2-topping pizza for only $7.99 when you order online. Wait, did I just say $7.99? Get out of here. This pizza is only $7.99. No way. This is $7.99? You're joshing me. You're saying this pizza perfection is only $7.99? Well, you're crazy for this. Listen, pirate, stop taking my $7.99 pizza. Choose a large custom 2-topping pizza for the unbelievable price of $7.99 when you order online. Only $7.99. What?
Pizza, pizza.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the third inning. 1-1 is your score here between ICC and Northeast. And Brad, your thoughts on the contest here through the first 2 innings?
Just kind of been a battle of trying to figure out nothing wrong with it, but trying to figure out what the umpire's going to call. There's kind of a small hitting affair here. Not a lot of hits yet given up, but we are in the top of the third. We're full rotation through for ICC. Has turned back around, and of course Northeast has also flipped around, and with Crumpton coming up. So you ought to start seeing them figuring out the picture here as Bourdon throws ball 1, and either settling in, getting their timing down here, both squads, to hopefully we'll see some more hits produced here.
2-0 is the count.
I thought that was a strike.
I did too. I think everybody but the home plate
Laney
umpire
did too. Laney said she thought it was.
And Laney's always right.
Laney's always right. I will tell you that.
So 2-0 is the count. That one low in the dirt. 3-0 now is the count.
Again, and I say it, it's easier said than done, but you cannot let that frustrate you if you're on the mound. You have got to just, you can't control the umpire, and you just got to do what you can. You just got to continue to throw the ball.
And that's going to be a walk. And so for the second inning now, out of 3, ICC has walked the leadoff batter to start.
Number 20, Harris McReynolds.
And so now with no outs, this is going to bring McReynolds to the plate.
Yeah, it makes it difficult on yourself, when you're walking that leadoff and putting that leadoff on for the inning. And so, not that it hasn't, it's worked, and he's been able to get out of it as he shows bunt. Stone Collier fires down to first, does not get him, gets back. Makes it difficult, but very difficult. But luckily, so far, Bourdon's been able to work his way out of these jams.
He called that a ball.
He did.
I know, but still, it was a strike. As this pitch popped up, left fielder's going to have to make a long run here, running out of real estate, and it will not be able to get to it. And so finally, a strike on the board.
Yeah, 1-1 count here. They took the bunt off, so not trying to, we're letting him swing away here, not playing any small ball, trying to move the runner up, which would have been Crumpton there, so this is McReynolds.
McReynolds struck out to end the first. This one fouled back. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, just able to get a piece of that one, so you're ahead now, Bourdon, which is what you want to be. You're ahead. In the count, got a left-handed batter up here, so now you got an opportunity. Just we don't need anything in the dirt that's going to advance the runner to second.
That's going to be a foul ball, so we'll stay at 1-2 here. Nice job by McReynolds just to find a piece of that one to keep the at-bat alive.
Yeah, the breaking pitch coming in there, better looking breaking pitch, and had his timing off. so able to just get a piece of it and just chopped it foul there down the first base side toward the first base dugout. Got him.
And
first base is occupied.
First base is occupied, so that will be a Renaissance Bank strikeout there, the 6th of the game for Borden. That's the thing. I mean, he still has 6 strikeouts. And he's only given up 1 hit so far, but he has walked 4 and hit 2. So it's just a sporadic strike zone, I think, is what's throwing us all off here. Is that pitch missing outside for a ball? 1-0 is the count here, as this is now Graves at the plate. Struck out swinging in his first at bat to start the second. So 1 out and a runner at first. That pitch in there for a strike.
Defensively, the Indians kind of shading for the double play right there with Short kind of just shading towards second. Of course, too, you got to do that as far as because you got a right-handed batter up. He got him.
Caught him leaning, was able to pick him off. And so now hold on, he just gave a warning to the ICC dugout. Not sure what that was about. And he's not going to show the count here, so.
Yeah, and I don't have it either. We'll get something in a minute.
This pitch fouled back. We at least know it's 1-2.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck he was saying to the dugout.
I was writing something down.
I mean, if you're going to be that nitpicky on a rivalry game, you need to call another game.
Well, he didn't. He did show the count there, but he did it right in front of his face.
I'm going to say it's 1-2.
I'm going to say you're right.
But there is 2 outs in the inning.
Ooh, got him.
And they're going to say it did not go. That time the first base umpire was
paying attention.
So 2-2 now is the count. Well, we think.
That's what we're going with.
I like it. So waiting the 2-2 pitch here. 2 outs and nobody on. Hard hit ball. Shortstop finds it. Should be an easy out, and it is. And a nice job there after the pickoff to get the final out of the inning, 63 for those of you scoring at home. Buckle up, grab a nice cold Coke, and come back for the bottom of the third right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Keep watching. Okay, where's the remote?
Ugh, it's under her arm.
I'm gonna go for it.
So close.
Oh, maybe he can get it. Guess not.
I mean, can you blame him? We're delicious.
Delicious and sugar-free.
Delicious and caffeine-free. Yep. Anyway, about that remote.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the third inning. 1-1 is the score for ICC to be the 2-3-4 batters due up. Settlemyers, Collier, and Rock. And as we head now to the bottom of the third inning. Well, Brad, at the pace that we're moving right now, the game 2 might be called due to frost if the frost advisory stands true. That we just got that update from WTVA.
Could, yeah, that's a good point. Hopefully, as that's a breaking pitch, did not break back in the zone. That's ball 1. And the other funny thing we were talking about, it's not like there's a lot of runs or a lot of hits here that have been scored. So normally when you see a game moving at a slow pace, it's a lot of offense in the game, not enough defense. As this strike 1, swings through that ball that was outside. Should have took that one. But there's not. I mean, it's just a lot of pitches that are having to be thrown each inning.
So 1-1 now is the count. This one hit hard center field, but as we said, that wind blowing into center field is going to knock it down, and that'll be a fly ball for out number 1.
And he hit that one good, Adam. It's just, again, that wind, you could see it. It knocked it down big time out there. I mean, I don't know that it would have gotten over that big center field fence out there anyway on a non-windy day. Might have hit it off the fence out there, though. But anyway, that wind is blowing, and it is knocking them down there, as that's the first out of the inning.
So now this will be Collier coming to the plate, who walked in his only at bat so far. Takes that pitch. Low for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out after that fly ball out to center field by Settlemyers. Big swing and a miss there. Now, I'm just going to reference this because you got Stone at the plate right now. That last fly out was by Lath Holiday. Those two kids making me feel old. I remember Lath with his dad, Sean, and doing all those camps. He'd be running around all over the place, helping as much as he could. And, of course, Stone with all the camps here. And, man, time sneaks up on you in a hurry, Brad.
It absolutely does. But, I'm glad you feel old. I feel young still. I'm kidding on that. I'm definitely feeling my age as well, but you're right. I see a lot of good athletes here, and Lath and Stone are 2 good examples of that.
And that's going to be ball 4. And so for the second time today, Stone will draw that walk.
Yeah, and that's up in his on-base percentage. Again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the game, he was leading the team with on-base percentage with a .459, and that's 2 walks right there, and that's only upping that for Stone. He's seeing the ball well, and he's not swinging at pitches majority of the time that are not out of the zone, as Bo swings at that first pitch and replica of what happened the first time.
Nice job there by Bo. Saw the first pitch. And you're kind of going to have to do that today, Brad, with the way the strike zone's being called. If you see something that you think you can put bat on the ball, you got to swing at it.
That and you with today and with that wind up there, we need to keep things as well, as best we can on the ground or on that line drive level. I just don't. I could be wrong. We may start. Both teams may start hitting it out of the park here shortly. But I don't see a lot of balls traveling out of the park today, as that's ball 1 to Jackson Lee pitched outside.
If you're going to get one out of the park, it's going to have to be out in the right field.
Right.
Because it's either blowing dead in center or it's blowing in from left. Or you're going to have to be Tyreek Reed.
That's true.
This pitch popped up. It's going to get out of play. 1-1 now will be the count here to Lee.
Gets in the strike zone, makes it down to the ditch. So another ball lost. That will be batting practice ball one day for the Indians. Our little children have climbed back on the dugout.
That's what I was just looking at. They're back on the dugout. There's a shot ripped out to left field, and they're going to try to score the run. Nope, they're going to hold him up.
Yeah, that's a good call right there by Coach Collier. Only 1 out here. The base is loaded. Great job by Lee right there. That's what I was talking about, hitting balls on a line right there. That's what we want. That's what's going to produce runs right there on the day. Good job by Bo Rock. Good job by Stone Collier. Good job now by Jackson Lee. Bases loaded here, and opportunity with only 1 out for the Indians.
So big-time opportunity here as Morris will come to the plate. He flew out on a great play out in right field in foul territory by Graves to end the first, so a chance to redeem himself here with a base hit. That pitch finds the corner for a strike.
Good take right there, though. That's a good take. Don't swing at that pitch right there right now. It's too early in the count to swing at that breaking pitch that just settles itself right there on the outer part of the plate. He throws it again. It's ball 1.
1-1 now is the count here to Morris. Bases full of Indians here. Something down to the gap could score 2. As that pitch fouled back. 1-2 now is the count.
And Northeast not playing them in on the corners here. Defensively, they are shading up the middle right there for the double play, but they're not playing them in on the corners with the bases juiced and only 1 out.
So waiting the 1-2 pitch here. Jammed him, fouled it off. Good job of finding a piece of that one to keep the at-bat alive.
Yeah, good job by Morris right there to remain alive and keep the at-bat alive here with only 1 out. Now, this is a time we could take a deep fly ball and try to get that run and sack that run in.
Instead, there's a blistering shot to the shortstop. They're going to get one. Can they turn two? Yes, they will. A Little Caesars double play to get out of the inning. So the score now you score that one 6-4-3 on the double play. And that's a big play there because that keeps it a 1-1 contest. We play 3 here in Fulton. We're going to take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ooh, these new Little Caesars Crazy Pops are fun size, so you can eat them anywhere. Keep those hands at 10 and 2.
Enjoy Little Caesars Crazy Pups on the go for just $3.99.
Pizza, pizza.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we'll head to the top of the 4th right now. ICC left bases loaded did not leave bases loaded, excuse me. Couldn't take advantage of a bases loaded situation thanks to a Little Caesars double play, 6-4-3 for the Tigers to get out of the inning. 1-1 is your score as we head to the top of the 4th inning. 7, 8, 9 batters due up here for the Tigers. Bland, Oswalt, and Davis. Bland, the DH. He struck out swinging,
Number 23,
and his
Ryan
only
Bland.
attempt so far today.
Yeah, and back to that play that ended the inning, it was still a solid hit ball just right at the short. Northeast doing a great job defensively and where they were playing. Again, as I mentioned, they were shaded up the middle for the double play, and that ball was kind of hit more toward, it was hit to short, but more toward the middle up there as that's strike one, questionable, but I'll take it.
That was in the other batter's box.
But
and we're saying that for a Northeast batter.
And that's a Northeast batter right there. But anyway, it was just it was a well hit ball, and that one's a well hit. Guess who too though? Got him.
Morris, and the throw is just off the line though. Don't think he realized he had as much time as he did.
I don't think he did. Yeah, he didn't. You're right, because he snagged that ball. That's an error, sadly, on Morris through the throwing error. But there again, he snagged the ball. Nothing you could say about that. So, good job on Morris to snag it and to keep, but it kept a runner from getting to second.
Yeah, but say if he don't make that play, that thing's rolling to the corner easily. Double for sure, maybe even flirting with the triple to start the inning.
You're 100% correct. So, again, now Morris is going to be playing in at third, expecting the bunt here from Oswalt.
Doesn't show it there. Takes that pitch for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Oswalt walked and scored a run. That was back in the 2nd inning. So he digs in with a 0-1 count here. We've already picked off one today, and that one dives back just in time.
Yeah, again, I mentioned it, but Bourdon really worked on his pick move over there, and I like it. And he's got a great pick move over there, and he'll catch you hanging out there as he already has one today.
So 0-1 is the count. This pitch fouled right back into your living room. 0-2 now is the count here on Oswalt.
Yeah, good job getting ahead of the count. That's going to move Morris back now at third. Obviously, the bunt should not be in play at this point for Northeast.
So waiting the 0-2 pitch here.
Breaking pitch,
and apparently up a little bit.
That makes me nervous. Got to get it down, Adam. Got to get that down. Luckily, it missed high, and there was no swing, but just got to get that one down just a little bit here.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here.
Got him.
And
check him.
We'll say he did not go.
I thought he won. I thought it got enough of him to go around, but maybe he didn't. So, of course, I guess the first base umpire, he's still surprised that you called him, hey,
Yeah.
help us out here.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's one of those, took him about 3 minutes last time just to decide what was up. 2-2 now is the count. This pitch popped up out of play, and we'll stay at 2-2. That's what made it so funny. We're not making fun of the guy, but he was just sitting like he is right now, just laid back, kind of leaned back a little bit, looking over the infield, and Stone pointed at him. The home plate umpire pointed at him.
Stone walked out.
And walked out. The home plate umpire finally yelled as that pitch missing low and inside for a ball.
Hey, man.
And it's like, hey, man. And then so he finally turned around. I mean, you already knew what it was going to be say. He's going to say he didn't go because he didn't know, but he didn't go in that situation. So now the count's full at 3-2 here. No outs and a runner at first. And the pickoff. And
got to be careful.
Yeah, I would say.
Good job by Bo Rock over there.
Not only to catch the ball, but to make sure he didn't land on the Northeast player. So now the count stays full at 3-2 after that failed pickoff move. Getting a healthy lead over there.
Yeah, that's right. They know they got speed on the bases. That one's going to be popped up.
Left fielder is going to go over, but caught off by the center fielder now. And we'll reel that one in for out number 1.
Number 4, Andrew Davis.
So 1 away now. This will bring Davis to the plate. 1-1 is your score here in the top of the 4th inning. Davis had a single, and it's his only appearance today. Matter of fact, that's the only hit of the day.
Yeah, that's the only one Northeast has. Northeast only has 1 hit on the day, and that's it right here from Davis.
Runner goes, ball gets away, and
took his eyes off of it. Adam, he was too. I mean, he was concentrating on the runner going, and he was jumping to his stance. Of course, as you know, if you're a catcher, you're going to pop up. You got to pop up real quick and turn your shoulders towards second. And that ball was just kind of breaking right there to the inside part of the plate. And so he was trying to pop up and catch it and just missed it. Stone did, and so the runner was able to get a stolen base.
Pitch was called a ball. 1-0 is the count. That pitch high and outside. 2-0 now is the count here to Davis. So that is Bland, who reached on an error, now standing at second after the stolen base. 1 out. And a runner at second, as we just mentioned. That pitch in there for a strike. You got more confidence in his strike zone than I do, because I was waiting for him to see.
I kind of figured he was on that one, but I don't know. It was just one of those gut feelings I had on that one.
So the 2-1 pitch coming here. And Brad, that was a carbon copy of your last one, and now that one's called a ball.
I didn't feel it, though. I didn't say it. I didn't say anything.
I need you to feel a few more strikes.
They'd feel a few more. There's a 3-1 count here. Bordon, getting himself in a little hole here, but he's been able to work himself out of them earlier so far today. Let's see if he can do it here.
And they're going to check the runner back to second. 3-1 the count. ICC's had somebody warming up at the bullpen, but they have set down now. Got to think both these pitchers for Northeast and ICC, even though we're just 4 innings, or basically 3 complete, could be reaching a pretty high pitch count right now. And that's going to be a walk. Well, the show continues.
Well, things were cruising along pretty good there. Coach Connor's going to make a mound visit here, though, Adam.
And we're going to have a break in the action. We'll take the break with them here from Guaranteed Bank and be back with more right after this.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a Guaranteed Bank call to the bullpen. And, Brad, tell us about the new pitcher here for the Indians.
Yeah, I got Tyler Yearwood, my apologies, freshman pitcher out of Houston, Tennessee. 5 appearances on the year, does have 1 win to his credit, 2 losses, 20 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 15 hits, 14 runs scored, 7 walks, 8 Ks on the year with a 3.05 ERA.
And he'll be greeted by Lath Holliday, who is officially no at bat so far in the game. He's walked twice. Swings on the first pitch he sees, and that's going to go right back to him, and that's going to be a Little Caesars double play.
That's what you want right there, 1 pitch and 2 outs. When you
Can't
come in.
beat that right there, and man, if you've ever wanted to meet Coach Collier coming back to the dugout, that would be the time. Little Caesars double play. We'll take the break and be back with more right after this.
Ooh, these new Little Caesars Crazy Pops are fun size, and you can eat them anywhere.
Wow, they're packed with cheese and pepperoni.
Keep those hands at 10 and 2. Check your blind spot.
Take delicious Little Caesars Crazy Puffs anywhere for the incredible price of only $3.99.
Pizza.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a maestro of the clarinet. A famous speed solver.
Piece of cake.
A noted cheese connoisseur.
Limburger.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 4th inning. Thanks to that Little Caesars double play, as there's going to be a shot. Shortstop finds it. Throw over is in time. Nice stretch over there at first to get that one. 6-3 on the putout of Wicker. So 1 pitch, 1 out. That's a good answer on the other end after that double play by the Indians.
Yeah, good play by Davis out there at short from Northeast. You had to short hop it. It was kind of a line shot hit, but he wasn't going to catch it in the air. So he had to catch it on the short hop right there, backhanded. And so caught it clean and was able to make the throw at the first, get the first out of the inning.
Big swing and a miss there by McCray. McCray was a strikeout victim looking at a very questionable strike 3 call. Took a healthy chop at that one. 0-1 now is the count. Swing and a miss at that one. 0-2.
Yeah, quickly now an 0-2 count right there. But you mentioned that kind of questionable call there back in the 2nd inning, bottom of the 2nd with Dre. And I think it was one Coach Collier shook his head about. But that's when we were just getting to know our umpire behind the plate.
Yep. So 1-2 now is the count after that pitch in the dirt. Not a bad spot to miss, especially since he's chased 2 low pitches to start the at-bat. 1-2 now is the count here to McCray.
Ooh.
And he hammers this one. If it stays fair, it's trouble, but that's foul. That's hit hard, folks, because that was hit into the wind.
Yeah, it's hit, again, left it up, and I guarantee you somebody, if not Ballard's, already sitting there thinking, okay, I do not need to leave another one up like that in the eyeballs of Dre McCray. And we know Dre's got power. We've seen it.
So now the count 1-2 here. That one in the dirt. 2-2.
Overcompensates.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not putting that one anywhere near where he just swung, I should say. So I'm just going to put that one in the dirt. So 2-2 now is the count here to McCray. That pitch missing outside, so a nice job battling back here to force the count full.
Yeah, couldn't get him to chase that outside breaking pitch. Again, too far outside, one that could not draw a swing from Dre. 3-2.
And he does draw the walk. So a one-out walk issued there to McCray, and now this will bring Roberts to the dish.
Number 24, Hayden Roberts.
That's the fourth walk of the game there for Northeast. And so Roberts, who walked in his only at bat so far, will dig in. This is that first pitch, and it's in there for a strike. So 0-1 is the count here to the center fielder, Roberts. Shows bunt.
Great bunt.
Going to be a tough play here. He's going to throw to first. It's not in time.
Great play right there. He just squared at the last minute. He did not turn to square early, and so he squared there at the last minute. Saw the third baseman was playing back. He was not playing in on the grass because there was no indication that he needed to, but excellent play right there by Hayden Roberts, and I'm assuming Coach Collier threw that play, laid that play on. So now you have one out, runners at first and second.
That was the fifth hit of the game for the Indians. As you mentioned, runners at first and second now. We go back to the top of the lineup here in Treadaway, who is 1 for 2 on the day. He hit one right on the screws last time, but a great job out there in right field by Graves to rob him of an extra base hit. And looks at that one inside, but called a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Treadaway hit that in the second inning. Hit it right on the nose there. It just was just right at him. So as he swings at that one's going to get foul in left field. But he was able, that first hit of the game, he just lined it out there in right field. So 2 good swings there by Jude, and love to see another one of those right here to possibly, we'll see, get Dre McCray in since he's in scoring position.
So 1-2 now is the count. As that breaking pitch hangs up high. That's one that's going to be tough to hang off of right there, Brad. So 2-2 is the count.
Tough to hang off. Good eye by Jude. I'd have been up there. I'd have probably broke my back swinging at that one.
100%. Swings on that one, pulls it foul. We'll stay at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. That is the situation here. 1-1 contest in the bottom of the fourth. ICC's got runners at first and second. See if they can break this tied contest. Treadaway at the plate. Rips that one. Is going to get through.
They're going to send him.
And they're going to send him home. The throw is not going to be there. They're actually going to try to get him at third, and they do. Or do they not?
Nope.
No, they miss him.
What a play over there. He just kind of started his slide at him and then just popped up when he saw that the throw got there and they were going to put the tag. So he started his slide and then just popped up quickly, jumped over, and got into third safely. Coach Harrelson's going to come out, and I believe he's just going to talk to – he's going to question the umpire on it. He's just going to call him over and ask. But great play over there at third. It does get the run in. They did, like you said, Northeast did not even try to throw the runner out at home. They went toward the lead runner, which I don't blame them. They went to the lead runner to try to get him out, and did not get him. So that produces a first and third situation. ICC now up 2-1 with only 1 out.
Well, you saw it. The throw was there in plenty of time, and the umpire was in a great position to be able to make the call as he was right there on top of the play. And you're starting to see that a lot, especially on the major league level where people just slide in, but then all of a sudden they just pop up to avoid the tag. And so now it's 2-1 ICC, and this is going to be Settlemyers. And he fouls that one off for strike 1.
Yeah, see if any type of first and third situation, if Coach Collier is going to throw anything on at this point with 1 out. And try to draw Northeast to make a mistake. Did not at time, as that's ball 1.
1-0 is the count here to Settlemyers. He's hit the ball hard twice, but has flown out to right and flown out to center. 1-1 now is the count. Wouldn't mind one of those right now if he can tag up the runner and push it across. That pitch in there for a strike. Kind of heard, I don't know if you heard Laney. Laney started it. I thought the same thing, and Brad dotted the I's and crossed the T's on our thoughts.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Oh,
wow. How is that not a strike? That's a makeup call.
That had to be. I'm telling you, I don't know how Jackson didn't swing it that one. Wow, 2-2.
Wow. Yeah, 2-2. Again, we apologize, but that's just the story of the game today.
For both squads.
Yes. As this one fouled right back into your living room, we'll stay at 2-2.
And everybody's entitled to their own opinion, Adam.
They are.
That's the reason why we're all human beings, and we all have our own minds and our sight in line of vision, so he sees it differently.
As this pitch popped back and out of play, we'll stay at 2-2. Indians lead this one 2-1 thanks to an RBI single by Treadaway. ICC with runners on the corners right now with one out here in the bottom of the fourth.
You got a 2-2 count. Let's see if they put the runner in motion over there at first or try to do anything to draw a throw. Did not, as that ball's inside right there. 3-2 count full here. Coach Kyrie got a decision to make here, see if he's going to get him in motion and do anything over there at first.
So you feel like the runner at first at least will be in motion here on the pitch. Awaiting the 3-2 offering here. Swung on and missed. The runner does go. The throw is going to be the shortstop to not allow the run to come home, so that will be a stolen base.
Going to let the ball go all the way through from the catcher to second. They were going to let him take the base, thinking that ICC, if the throw through had gone all the way through, that ICC would have sent Roberts at third to try to get him safe and get the run in. So they cut it, and it left everybody where they are. And as you mentioned, now 2 outs, runners at second and third.
Coach Harrelson came out and had a pretty firm conversation with the home plate umpire. Not sure what he was questioning there. Is that pitch in there for a strike? I didn't see any type of interference or anything.
No, I did
on the
not,
throw.
not personally, but
so not sure what that could have been. Collier rips one. Third baseman finds it. Throw across the way is high, but a nice grab and a beautiful play there. 5-3 to end the inning. But the Indians do add one more run on the board here as they lead it 2-1 after 4 complete. We'll take the break and be back with more right after this.
Ankle sprains are one of the most common sports injuries, with an estimated 25,000 occurring every day in the United States. Sprains can happen with any sport, including just walking across the yard. Ankle sprains are most common in ball sports such as basketball, soccer, volleyball, and others. As with any injury, your body quickly sends blood to start healing the process, which leads to the swelling. Rest, ice, compression, elevation, known as RICE, is a good way to treat an ankle sprain. This decreases the swelling, lessens your pain, and allows your body to heal the injury. Studies have shown that the sooner you return to activity, the better and typically the faster you will recover. Depending on the amount of injury to the ligaments, it may be days, weeks, or even months to return to high-intensity sports. Sometimes recovery may be slow, but if it gets better day by day or week by week, you are on the right path. If the ankle seems to stop improving and you just can't get back to your activities, then it's time to come see us at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Remember, our story is you.
I'm Lenny Howell, your 2024 ICC Most Beautiful, and you're watching the ICC Sports Network.
Welcome back. As Brad, is your alarm going off right now? This is what you wake up to every morning, right?
This is it. This is what I wake up to. It gets me going every morning, knowing that I'm bad to the bone. Actually, everybody's laughing at that because they know I'm not. You do hear it if you go to a Mississippi State football game.
You do, a lot of times. As we're waiting for the exchange of the catcher here, as Collier was at the plate for that last out. And I think that's another thing that's kind of added to the longevity of this game. There's been a lot of times that both catchers have been at bat or on base whenever the whenever the
Number 7, Christian Sprawling.
exchange of the inning.
Exchange of the innings,
thank
yes,
you.
you're right. And
I was taken back by Stephen West coming up to say hi.
Well, he did, and I noticed that he skipped over me and did not even acknowledge that I was in existence, or Laney either. Be honest.
See, he's intimidated by the two of y'all. So.
We got to keep Laney awake over here.
Wow, and that one called a strike. This is Sprawling at the plate. He's been hit by a pitch twice today, but does have an RBI. Is that pitch high for a ball? 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And Coach Harrelson, I don't know what he talked to the home plate umpire about, but now he's talking to the third base umpire.
Hit him again.
They're going to say
no.
He leaned into it.
Yeah. I did. You're right.
So that'll go for strike 2, and Sprawling will come back and argue this one, and then Coach is going to come down and talk about it. I thought he did stick that elbow out into the strike zone.
Well, it sounded like it hit the bat. I mean, it was, now if it hit his elbow,
he's got that protector on his elbow. But I think what he's going to say is
see that. Okay.
Yeah, I think he said he leaned into it.
Or they're going to say he leaned in.
And so 1 and 2 is the ultimate count at the end of all that. Didn't get much of an argument there out of Coach Harrelson. So now the count goes 1 and 2. And then he just rips that one. So he's like, all right, you won't put me on base? I'll get on base. And there was the second hit of the day for the Tigers, and that one was just ripped out to left field.
It was just a good line shot. That ball was kind of up in the zone a little. I mean, not a ball up in the zone, but up enough in the zone where it just came through there and looked like, again, a beach ball for him, and swung at it, pulled it just over the short, went out in left field, clean single, gets the leadoff batter on base to start the inning.
And so this is McNatt at the plate. He struck out twice, looking in the first, swinging to end the second. And he takes that first pitch outside for a ball.
And as mentioned, Sprawling does have the team lead as that one's popped up in stolen bases. This should be an out.
Yearwood barking everyone off and makes the play. And so now with 1 out, this will bring Crumpton to the plate. He was robbed of a base hit in his first at bat on a great play by Morrison over at third. He walked and then was picked off. So a tough luck day so far here for Crumpton. Breaking pitch, and he bailed out on that one. I would have 2, ball 1.
Yeah, it didn't break quite enough back in to catch the inside part of the plate and kind of up in the zone. So, as you mentioned, ball 1. You got to keep an eye, though, again, on Sprawling over there.
The throw over, and he will step back on the bag without an issue. There's 1 out here in the top of the 5th. ICC leading this one 2-1. Breaking pitch, and that one hit him.
I don't know if he caught out of the corner of his eye that, Sprawling kind of doing that fake move like he was stealing. I don't know if he caught that out of the corner of his eye or not, and that affected it. But either way, hit by pitch. Now you got runners at first and second, got a runner in scoring position who's got speed for Northeast and who could tie the game up.
And it's going to bring McReynolds to the plate, but we're going to take time here and Coach is going to come over and talk to him at first, and caught him on the elbow, but I mean, it wasn't a fastball; it was a breaking pitch, so might have been one of those that just catch you. Yeah, funny bone. Ain't nothing funny about that.
It ain't. I don't even know why they call it that. It tingles and stings and takes a while to get you feeling back and in that arm. But as my old folks used to say, got to rub a little dirt on it and move on.
Absolutely.
Rub some dirt on it.
So with 1 out, runners at first and second here. This will bring McReynolds to the plate. He is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that breaking pitch, the Indians struggling throwing the breaking ball today.
Well, and they're putting themselves in bad positions, Adam. I mean, again, you're sitting here. I mean, you're I mean, I don't know how many. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 hit by pitches. I know that we've got that we've hit them today. Where we've
walked 5.
And walked 5. We're not doing ourselves any favor on the mound.
Not only we walk 5, but we also have 1 error on the day as well.
So, I mean, we're kind of putting our backs against the wall ourselves. We had a 2-1 lead, but then it's like, we're going to let you back in because we're putting ourselves in this position. As that one's popped up, going to be center. No, left fielder's going to have that one, I think. No, center calls him off. So it does get the second out of the inning there, Adam, which is big. But, again, Indians having to climb out of a hole when they put themselves in it.
So now this will bring Graves to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out and grounded out to the shortstop. That was to end the third. Runners at first and second here. 2-1 is the score in the top of the 5th inning. Game 1 of 2 between ICC and Northeast. That pitch finds the corner for a strike.
Yeah, good pitch right there. Painting the corner, outside corner. Did not draw a swing from Graves, who did strike out his first at bat and then grounded out to short second at bat as that one's inside for ball 1.
Another breaking pitch that almost runs inside and hits Graves.
Yeah, just didn't turn it over. So again, just kind of running high up in there. That ball's not turning over any at that point to pull it back in the zone.
So waiting the 1-1 offering here. This one drilled. Center fielder's going to have to run back and will be jogging back and make the play. So a nice job of back-to-back putouts out there in center field to get the Indians out of the jam with no damage done. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. But before we do that, let's hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
High school seniors, listen up. Your journey at Itawamba Community College begins now. Registration for ICC's orientation sessions is now open. This free, required, and incredibly beneficial event is a must. Discover the ins and outs of campus life, create your class schedule for the fall. Spots are filling up fast, so don't miss out. Register for one of our spring or summer sessions at www.iccms.edu/orientation.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
And welcome back as we head now to the bottom of the 5th inning. ICC leading this one 2-1. For the Indians, it'll be Rock, Lee, and Morris scheduled up here in the bottom of the 5th. ICC got an RBI single out of Treadaway back in the previous inning to take a 2-1 lead here in Game 1 over the Tigers. Of course, Game 1 in conference play always scheduled for 9 innings.
Yeah, Rock 2 for 2 on the day, got 2 singles and 1 RBI.
And that breaking pitch hangs up high for a ball.
It's somewhat of a shift on him right there. And defensively, you got your second baseman playing over more toward first, expecting Rock to pull it.
So that pitch outside for a ball. 2-0 is the count. We'll go to our live screen. And, of course, once we go to the widescreen, he shifts back from where he was. So 2-0 now is the count. That pitch high, 3-0.
Good eye by Bo right there. Again, being patient at the plate. That's what it takes. Got to get base runners. You just got a 2-1 lead here. You shoot yourself in the foot somewhat while you're on defense. So that's strike one. But any way you can produce runs here, get base runners, that's going to be good for Indians to try to get some more of those insurance runs.
And this one popped up. Center fielder, right fielder, both going to converge on it, and one of them's going to call it, and it will be the center fielder. As you said, Brad, just got underneath that one for out number 1.
Tough day anyway to try to drive one out there, no matter what. Had he not got under it, but still Bo got under that one just a bit to lift it and just pop it up out there in center field to get for them to get the out.
First time that he's been retired today as Catcher's going to come out and talk to his pitcher here. May be looking to possibly go to the bullpen. Brad, it's March. How's your brackets looking? Do you fill out?
Mine are still alive. I'm talking about I've got every area that I'm still alive.
I've got all my.
Which I'm actually kidding on that.
Okay,
there were so many bracket busters in this tournament right now.
My Final Four are all still in it.
Are they really?
Yes.
I mean, there was a bunch of bracket busters here. I mean, it really.
My claim to fame is I picked Creighton over Kentucky.
You did.
I did. I felt it.
You felt that.
I felt like you felt that strike earlier. Yes. I still had that same feeling on Creighton.
Well, and I saw today where they are. They made an announcement. They're bringing Calipari back.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
There was speculation after that. What the last 2 years, I think.
I wonder what his buyout was. That may have been a lot of part of it.
Well, I do think that probably could have been a major factor in. Coach Harrelson's going to come out. They are going to make a swap. But, yeah, they are bringing him back for another year.
Well, we're going to take a time out, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents, not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back as we do have that Guaranty Bank call to the bullpen. Brad, tell us about the new pitcher.
Got Jacoby Smith, freshman pitcher out of Tupelo.
We'll take a look at some of his numbers here in a moment as his first pitch is going to be high for a ball.
7 appearances on the year, does have 1 win, 1 loss, does have a save to his credit. 21 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 26 hits, 16 runs, 7 walks, as that's ball 2. 15 Ks, 5.40 ERA.
Those stats being brought to you by Sam's Town Market in Manatee. Right there in the heart of Manatee. Appreciate Sam and all he does for the Manatee community. Also, PA for football and basketball here at ICC.
Yeah, does a fantastic job. Glad to have Sam and all his help, and enjoy going to Sam's out there.
And that's going to be 4 straight pitches for a walk issued to Lee. As we talked about, it's been as Steve Diffie likes to say, consistently inconsistent strike zone.
Number 12, Garrett
But it's
Morris.
been both ways. And at the end of the day, that's really all you want, Brad. I know we're sitting here, we're trying to be entertaining by, pointing things out. But at the end of the day, if it's the same way for both teams, you can't complain.
Well, number 1, we are entertaining. Number 2.
That's true. We are.
Number 2, you're right. If it's going both ways, yes. I mean, both coaches may have some gripes about it, but still you know that it's going both ways on both sides. It's not one side over another. As that's ball 1 here to Jarrett Morris.
So Morris at the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the day. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
So that's the first strike we've seen from Smith. So he's maybe getting in his groove. So ICC will see if they can produce something here. They're going to have one out.
Big healthy swing there. Just couldn't catch up with it. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out and a runner at first. ICC leading this one 2-1 here over Northeast in the first of 2 games this afternoon. Do want to give a shout out to Coach Sean Holliday checking in, watching today's contest. There's a ground ball, but foul. And so we'll stay at 1-2.
Yeah, breaking pitch right there by Smith, kind of lifted up, and Morris able to turn on it just a little too much, and so it goes foul there down the third base line. So we'll redo this at 1-2.
So Brad mentioned we'll stay at 1-2. Here with Morris, and drills this one. And the left fielder's going to come over and make the play for out number 2. That one was hit in no man's land. Leif was there, but left fielder called him off and made the play.
Yeah, again, you can see the wind kind of knocking them down a little bit out there in that area, and not getting a lot of carry on the ball or any type of distance much. So that's going to bring up Ty Wicker.
And so Wicker will come to the plate with 2 outs. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Rips this one and just foul by a foot. If that was not foul, we've got another run on the board.
Yeah, that one was smoked and just keeps going foul, but it was a line shot. Good idea by Wicker right there. Get up there, swinging at the first pitch, and I'm assuming Smith will probably make note of that.
Be one of those like he threw to McRae earlier. He'll shake that pitch off next time.
That's one. Yeah, he said, yeah, he's gonna make note of that. Do not throw it there to Wicker.
So 0-1 is the count. That one in the dirt. 1-1 now is the count here to Wicker.
Indians do have a runner at first, and they do still have a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs.
So 1-1 is the count. I mentioned we're in the bottom of the 5th. This one going for 9 innings here in game 1. That pitch on the corner for a strike. Good pitch there. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good pitch. Hit his spots right there. Good job by Smith to hit those spots and did not draw a swing from Wicker. Now he's quickly in the hole 1-2.
So Wicker's going to have to guard the dish here. Runner at first. ICC leading 2-1. Smith taking his time. Now delivers. Breaking pitch, and oh my goodness. Wicker, if you turn around, you need to shake the umpire's hand and say thank you, because that should have been strike 3.
Yeah, that was a good breaking pitch that he threw right there, and good placement it did, in my opinion. We saw it here, caught the corner, but umpire didn't think so.
He thought it was just a little bit too far outside for his liking. 2-2 now is the count. Shot right back up the middle, and could be, got him out. Thought for a second it might take a funny hop off the bag, but a nice job there by the shortstop to reel that one in and get the out. So the Indians and the Tigers looking at a 2-1 contest in favor of ICC after 5 complete. We'll take the break with them and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents, not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 6th inning. It'll be the 7, 8, 9 batters due up. Bland, Oswalt, and Davis here for the Tigers. ICC leads it 2-1 as Yearwood still on the hill here in his first pitch, a breaking pitch, missing low for a ball. Second pitch also missing low for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. And that one, strike at the knees, 2-1 now is the count here to Bland.
And Bland reached on the error, as you probably mentioned, his last at bat. And it was an error, but it was a heck of a grab there by Morris at third. He popped up and threw the ball over to first, and the ball was high. Bo couldn't bring it down over there to get the out, but it was a heck of a play over there by Morris.
2-2 pitch. This one popped up, and it's going to get out of play. You might have heard me moan on that last foul ball. Well, Richie tried to make a play on it and booted it. The bazooka from Iuka. That guy could play back in the day. I would love to see a prime Richie versus a prime Rick in a home run derby. I don't know. I don't know what's happened there. I was not looking.
Well, it was a K. Drew no swing, but it was one of those that looked as a fastball on the outside part of the plate. I know there's good movement on Yearwood's ball when he's throwing it,
but
because not that much. But there is good movement. He does have some movement, but to me it looked like that one was a little off the plate, but it didn't draw any type of argument as that one's going to be ball one.
That one looked like a pretty good pitch there.
Yeah, maybe we can give him one back.
I think what happened was the umpire, his mind exploded like mine did whenever I mentioned the fact of a prime Richie and a prime Rick in a home run derby. So that pitch high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count.
Yeah, that was back in the day when like you say, you had Iuka and Sean Holiday. And all of that was a part of that. And that one inside for ball 2. 3, whatever.
Yeah, it's ball 3.
2, 3, 4. Could have been 5.
Actually, we don't even know what the pitch is, even after the pitch is called. 3-0 pitch coming. And that one a strike, carbon copy of the last one. 3-1 now is the count.
Got a 2-1 game here. ICC only had 6 hits with Northeast 2. As that one's going to another batter that is hit for Northeast. So ICC going for the record book on that today.
That is the 4th batter hit by a pitch. And I tell you, if it wasn't for the hit by pitches, Northeast wouldn't have very many base runners on. They've been hit by pitch 4 times.
And then walked.
And walked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Exactly. And they've only got 2 hits. And there's an error in the mix.
So, I mean, you're right. I mean, again, ICC putting themselves as that strike one there in this position. With the number 9 batter up, Davis, who obviously walked his last at bat.
Yeah, he's 1 for 1 with the walk on the day. Batting in that 9 spot. Swings on that one, and that one fouled back and caught Stone.
Yeah, that caught him. I don't know if it done it right there into that guard, right there on the toe, or with the cleat. Umpire says, I'm going to take a little walk out, giving Stone a little time to. He knew that one kind of smarted.
Yeah, and good show. That's one thing, we're not complaining about the umpire, but good job doing his job. That's what you're supposed to do. Go out there, take your time, come back, brush off the plate. He is. That way he can look up to the catcher, say you good, and Stone will say yes, sir, and we'll play ball.
That's what he did. And again, I like that gives your whatever team your catcher time to recover from, because I know that smarts. Well, I don't know personally because I only caught a couple of games back a long time ago. Stone getting out there. Good job there by Stone, though, to recover. Gets his body out there way in the other batter's box and was able to collect the ball and keep the runner from moving up.
So that ball in the dirt, 1-2 now is the count here on Davis. He's playing shortstop today. He's been solid over at short. Awaiting the 1-2 pitch here. Breaking pitch and snap throw down to first.
You can't hesitate. That's the only thing.
Yep.
And I know Stone was wanting to. He saw it, but he just had that quick hesitation. If you're going to get him, you got to make that quick pop. Once you catch it, you got to pop up and throw it. Of course, you got to make sure your first baseman is aware and that that you're going to throw it down there.
2-2 pitch, ground ball, foul ball, and we'll stay at 2-2 here to Davis. Well, again, if you're watching, maybe at work right now or on campus. This is game 1 of 2. Game 1 scheduled for 9 innings. Game 2 scheduled for 7 with no run rule, so you got to play 7. You got plenty of time to get out to the ballpark and enjoy some baseball today. And that's going to be fouled back, and that one's actually off the shin of Davis. Brad, the other day you were talking about catchers being hit by foul balls. In the Pearl River game, in game 1, the poor catcher from Pearl River was hit 7 times on foul balls.
Really?
And she toughed it out the whole time.
Wow.
I said it would been me about that 3rd time I got hit. You know what? I'd been going to the house.
Well, that's what we got here, too. Yeah. The batters outsmarted, the umpire taking a little time here. Yep. Of course, Coach Harris is going to come in and check on him.
Yeah, so that one came off his shin. Let's take a real quick break and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back. Good to see that Davis was able to kind of walk that one off. He still has a 2-2 count here with 1 out and a runner at first. Snap throw over is not in time. We mentioned Davis, 1 for 1 on the day with a walk. He walked in his last at bat, was erased on a Little Caesars double play to end the 4th. Another snap throw over to first, not in time. 2-2 will stay the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out and a runner at first here in the top of the 6th inning. Grounder right back up the middle. Backhanded grab. There's 1 and there's 2.
Yeah, great job by the defense right there. And Settlemyers, they were kind of playing that, and so he was able to field it up the middle and make the unassisted double play.
Little Caesars double play. Let's hear from Little Caesars and be back with more right after this.
Ooh, these new Little Caesars Crazy Pops are fun size, and you can eat them anywhere.
Wow, they're packed with cheese and pepperoni.
Keep those hands at 10 and 2. Check your blind spot.
Take delicious Little Caesars Crazy Puffs anywhere for the incredible price of only $3.99.
Pizza, pizza.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Ooh, these new Little Caesars Crazy Pops are fun size, so you can eat them anywhere. Keep those hands at 10 and 2.
Enjoy Little Caesars Crazy Puffs on the go for just $3.99.
Pizza, pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-1 ICC with the lead. Let's go back and look at some scoring. ICC took a 1-0 lead after an RBI single by Rock that scored Treadaway in the 1st. Northeast answered in the top of the 2nd when Sprawling was hit by a pitch with bases loaded. It was 1-1, and then we went all the way to the 4th inning where ICC was able to get an RBI single by Treadaway that scored McCray, who walked, and that is going to be your Samstown Market scoring update here in Game 1. And so for ICC, McCray will start us off. That pitch in the dirt. Nobody on base, gets behind, gets away from the catcher. No harm, no foul. Brad, you a State or Ole Miss fan? You're a State fan, aren't you?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Absolutely.
You always give me a hard time about my Pirates. And I was hoping you were going to be a Notre Dame fan. An Ole Miss fan.
I knew where you were going with that, but no, I am a State fan. But I know you got somebody on that one. Miss Donna.
Oh, I ain't saying nothing to Miss Donna about that.
You hadn't said anything to Miss Donna about that game?
Heck no. You know who Donna Thomas is?
I do, but I figured you'd still kind of poked her a little bit about the win.
I'm scared of Donna. 2-1 is the count. Now, Raphael, I did. He's Ole Miss
Well, that's
guy.
true. He is. That is. And Dre's hit.
Now Dre's hit by a pitch. You are crazy thinking I would talk junk to Miss Donna about that.
Well, you did get the win. You
We
know,
did,
Notre Dame,
we
the
did.
Irish ladies won.
Number 24, Hayden
Now,
Roberts.
when Notre Dame and Mississippi State, and I'm not saying this because you're a State fan, I'm just going to say this. Now, when State and State and Notre Dame played for the national championship, we did have a certain coach that coaches women's basketball here. That's a former Lady Bulldog. She might have got an earful.
She might have got
And
an
she
earful.
might still get an earful every once in a while about it.
Coach Harrelson's going to come out to the mound, going to make a mound visit.
Let's take a break before I get in trouble and be back with more right after this.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Your knee is a complex joint with many components, making it vulnerable to a variety of injuries. Some of the most common knee injuries include fractures, dislocations, sprains, and ligament tears. Many knee injuries can successfully be treated with simple measures such as bracing, rehabilitation, and exercise. The other injuries may require surgery to correct. At our injury clinic, we commonly see meniscal tears that occur during sports. Tears in the meniscus can occur when twisting, cutting, pivoting, or being tackled. Meniscal tears may also occur as a result of arthritis or aging. Just an awkward twist when getting up from a chair may be enough to cause a tear if the meniscus has weakened with age. The most common symptoms of meniscus tears are pain, stiffness, swelling, catching or locking of your knee, the sensation of your knee giving way, and if you are not able to move your knee through its full range of motion. The RICE protocol is effective for most sports-related injuries. RICE stands for Rest, Ice, Compression, and Elevation. Remember that at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our story is you.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we do have a Guaranteed Bank pitching change here, as 38 is officially on the hill here. It sure does look like 88 on the back of that jersey, but Brad, tell us about the new pitcher.
Well, the first thing I'm going to say is it does look like 88.
Yes.
But
Laney said it was 38, and we said, yes, ma'am, we agree.
Say 38, and we just have to agree with it, even though it could be wrong. Samuel Curtis is coming in for Northeast. He's a freshman pitcher. Looks like he's out of Corinth, Mississippi. Played at Corinth High School. Left-hander, 8 appearances on the year, 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 save, 19 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 11 hits on 8 runs, 13 walks, 20 Ks, 3.66 ERA.
And he's going to be greeted by Roberts here for the Indians with no outs and a runner at first. Tries to sneak the bunt in, and it's fouled back for strike 1.
And Roberts did that earlier in the game and did a fantastic job with it and got a hit out of it and kind of legged it out and got a single. So not a bad idea there again. Of course, you got your third baseman creeping up, obviously knowing what he did earlier and how he tried to square around there. Runs are kind of becoming something that's a premium right now, so ICC trying to produce another run.
Shows bunt, lays it down. It's a beauty, only one. And this is going to be a tough play, but he does get him. And the runner does advance there, so that will be a sacrifice bunt. 2-3 on the putout. That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That's the ICC BSU. They meet Monday nights at 7:07 right across the street from the e-learning building here in Fulton.
Yeah, catcher did a good job right back there for Northeast. That's Oswald popping up and just throwing the runner out, throwing out Roberts at first. So excellent job by Oswald.
That pitch high for a ball as this is Treadaway at the plate. This is who you want to dish right now for the Indians. Treadaway has hit the ball hard. He's 2 for 3 today. Does have an RBI, a stolen base, and a pair of singles. And took a healthy swing at that one. 1-1 now is the count. You know, Treadaway's worked his way up the lineup here. He was, batting 6th, 7th?
Yeah, he has definitely worked his way up to being the leadoff batter for ICC. That was not a good cut right there. I'll just have to say, and Treadaway would agree with me if he comes back and talks about that one and sees it. But good pitch there, but just not a good cut by Treadaway. Ball in the dirt. Oswald able to recover, keeps Dre at second base.
Yeah, good job. He actually kind of kicked his left leg back to keep that one in front of him to keep the runner at second. And so 2-1 now is the count here to Treadaway, the shortstop.
Good eye.
That pitch outside. 3-1 now is the count.
Yeah, I kind of leaned out the window to see if it's still 88 or 38, and it still looks like 88. But
you
just
talking
so
about the degrees or the number?
The number on the back of the jersey. But it smells like they're cooking funnel cakes or cotton candy out there at the BSU.
This pitch popped up. Left fielder's going to call everyone off. It's not going to be deep enough to advance. And so that will be out number 2.
Yeah, opportunity missed by ICC thus far. Now Nant's going to take a clean hit to even try to get Dre in from second, because that's going to put 2 outs on the board for the Indians, as Treadaway just kind of stuck the bat out there. Wasn't going to drive it anywhere on that one, and so able to get the bat on ball, but not to do any damage.
Settlemyer's 0 for 3 on the day. Struck out. He has flown out to center and right. 2 outs here in the inning. And that pitch in there for a strike.
Yeah, good breaking pitch that just looped across the plate there, swept through. Again, you got a left-handed pitcher up there with a right-handed batter, and so it just kind of swept through right there. And good take, in my opinion, of Settlemyer's and not swinging at that right now. It's too early in the count to swing at that breaking pitch.
So 0-1 is the count. That one runs inside. 1-1 now is the count here to Settlemyer's. He's playing at second today. Due for a big-time hit. The Indians would love for him to find one here. See if he can spark a 2-out rally. ICC only leading this one 2-1. Would love to find an insurance run here late in the contest. This one popped up. Right fielder is going to jog back. Will camp underneath it and squeeze it for the out. Well, as we said, if you hit anything deep today, the wind's going to eat it up, and that was the case there. As we've played 6 here in Game 1. ICC 2, Northeast 1. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Keep watching. Okay, where's the remote?
Ugh, it's under her arm.
I'm gonna go for it.
So close.
Oh, maybe he can get it. Guess not.
I mean, can you blame him? We're delicious.
Delicious and sugar-free.
Delicious and caffeine-free. Yep. Anyway, about that remote.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
This is a place to create your future. And when you get here, you realize you're not alone. You meet new people and make connections. It's not always about knowing exactly where you're going. Sometimes it's about finding your own way. It's working together to build something bigger than ourselves. It's hard work, but lots of fun. We come for the quality education, but we leave with an unparalleled experience. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we jump to the top of the lineup here for Northeast. Holiday, Sprawling, and McNatt due up here in the top of the 7th. ICC with a 2-1 advantage here. And that pitch across for a strike. Still Yearwood on the bump here for the Indians. He replaced Bourdon. As there's a pitch, hangs up high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, got Holiday up again. Walked twice on the day, but that line out that was a one pitch, a strike that Northeast is probably going to disagree with. But that line out, it was a first pitch that Yearwood came in. He threw one pitch and got a double play right there on it. As Stone did a great job, Collier, of getting out there and getting his body. Not that he had to in this occasion because there are no runners on base.
But do it.
Get your practice.
Get your practice. Practice like you play, or play like you practice.
That's it. Got him.
And there's strike 3. Just got the fastball by him. Got a piece of it, but a good job by Collier to hold on to that one for the Renaissance Bank strikeout. That is the second of the game there for Yearwood.
Yeah, and that's, again, good start by the Indians right there here in the top of the 7th to get that leadoff batter out. Now you got Sprawling coming up, who does have some speed as well. Chops that one down the third baseline foul. He does have a single on the day, but he's also been one of those victims that was hit twice too. So,
and he has the only RBI of the day because he was hit when bases were loaded. So, hit or be hit. That is the game today.
For Northeast today, for their at plate, for their at bat, for Northeast, he skies that one, pops it up. Center field, they're going to get under it.
And that one for out number 2. You heard the solid contact there, but as you said, just got underneath
Number
it.
12, Connor McNabb.
As now this will bring McNabb to the plate. Well, one thing the wind has, well, I say the wind's died down. The flag has, but if you look out at the pine trees out there in the top of those in left field, those are still moving pretty good. As that pitch missing outside for a ball.
You know, and I say this too, we're here in the top of the 7th. As bad as ICC, as that's ball 1-2, right there, has done to put themselves in a hole defensively by the mound, whether it was walking or hitting batters. Northeast has not done a good job themselves of taking advantage of those, as that's strike 1. I mean, when you're looking at 2 hits here on the day for Northeast, not sure that's what Coach Harrelson is just raking his mind over back there. They've had opportunities, Adam, to not only be in the game, but take advantage and get ahead in the game.
A very friendly strike 2 call there on McNabb. 2-2 now is the count.
Got him.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. A clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout. Gets 2 of them in the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Tigers there in the top of the 7th. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
I'm Lenny Howell, your 2024 ICC Most Beautiful, and you're watching the ICC Sports Network.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We move now to the bottom of the 7th inning. ICC with a 2-1 lead. And Brad, we know when ICC and Northeast get together, crazy things happen. So right now, you really feel a lot better if ICC can pick up a insurance run or two here in the 7th.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, again, because ICC, and I've said this already throughout the broadcast, ICC has not done a good job of, they've done a good job of putting themselves in a hole defensively to where they're having to climb out of it. Fortunately, they've been able to all day and keep Northeast off the board except for 1 run as Stone Collier's up and takes strike 1. But you never know. Their luck may run out, Adam.
Yep. So 0-1 is the count here to Collier. Wind kind of calming down here. Stone fouls that one back into your living room. 0-2 now is the count.
Yeah, I believe this is the first time that Stone has seen Curtis today, if I'm not mistaken. So,
yes.
Was Curtis, yeah. So 0-2 count right now to Stone.
So waiting the 0-2 offering here. And the ball gets away, and Stone's going to have to hustle this one down. Throw is in time. Well, I think if Stone would have realized the ball got away sooner, might have been able to run that one out. But instead, the throw gets Stone to complete the strikeout. 2-3 on the putout.
Yeah, that was a good job on the part of Oswalt there for Northeast to pop up, because there's a lot of ground and a lot of area back here at the backstop for ICC on Crescent Field here. And so Oswalt just popped up just very quickly and was able to throw Stone out, so from behind home plate, as Bo does commit to that one, and that's strike one.
0-1 is the count here to Bo Rock. He's 2 for 3 today. A pair of singles and an RBI to his credit so far. Ground ball, and the second baseman, who was cheating over to that side that time, was able to make the play. 4-3 on the putout. When I say cheating over, well, he was shifted over that side.
Well, he was. I mean, because Bo had 2 hits on the day over there.
Yep.
And there were 2 ground balls that got through between first and second. And so now they got the shift on Bo when they come up, where that second baseman's cheating over, shaded over a little bit right there, more toward first, to allow him to cover more ground and keep that ball from getting in between first and second. So they get the second out.
That pitch is going to be low, as this is Lee at the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a walk and a single here in game 1. We're in the bottom of the 7th. This one's scheduled for 9 here between ICC and Northeast. We're waiting the pitch. And this one popped up, and right fielder's going to come over and, had to reach behind him to make the play, but he does. And so after the Tigers go 3 up, 3 down, the Indians return serve with a 3 up, 3 down inning of their own here in the 7th. We're going to take a timeout. Be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 8th inning. 2-1 ICC with the lead, and for Northeast, it'll be the 4-5-6 batters due up, Crumpton, McReynolds, and Graves. Swings on the first pitch he sees, and the center fielder will drift back and get it for out number 1.
Yeah, first pitch swinging right there, Crumpton. And again, tough task for anybody today to drive it out to center field out there and either, much less get it to the warning track, but hit it out of the park or hit it off the fence.
Is that pitch in there for a strike, as this is McReynolds, 0 for 3 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. He's flown out to center field in his last at-bat. So 0-1 is the count. Fouls this one back. 0-2 now is the count. So no balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. McReynolds playing second today. This is that pitch outside for a ball. Not a bad spot to miss when you got a pitch to throw away. 1-2 now is the count. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away. Collier will scoop it up, throws it down in time for the out. So 2-3 on the putout after the strikeout.
Number 5, Connor Graves.
And so now there's 2 outs in the inning, and this will be Graves coming to the plate. 2 away now as Graves 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout, a ground out to short to end the third, and a fly out to center to end the fifth. That pitch missing for a ball. So 1-0 is the count. That's a beautiful breaking pitch that turned over and fell in the zone. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, it was. It was a good breaking pitch right there on the part of Yearwood. So it does draw strike one, but that one's kind of hit shallow.
They can't make the diving play.
Yeah.
That would have been a heck of an effort there, as that was a tough landing. So that will drop for a base hit for Graves.
Yeah, and I think he somewhat. His first step off the bat was backwards, and so again with that wind blowing like it is, and I'm not taking anything away from what Graves did right there, but again it took Roberts a little bit longer, obviously, to adjust and to come up and try to make the play. So it is a clean single right there, though, for Graves. Northeast has a base runner on with 2 outs.
2 outs, and Bland, the DH at the plate, takes that first pitch low for a ball. He's 0 for 3 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. Did reach on an error and stole a base. Breaking pitch, and that one hangs up high. 2-0 now is the count. So the tying run is at first base here in the top of the 8th. 2-1 ICC with the lead here over Northeast. Game 1 of 2 this evening here in Fulton. Is that pitch in there for a strike? 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, that one just kind of slid through there and swept through there and caught the corner. So, again, 2-1 count, was able to get strike one here on Bland.
So waiting the 2-1 pitch here. This one jammed him, fouled it back and out of play. And now even things up at 2-2.
Yeah, it was up in the zone, too, a little bit. So all he was able to do was just kind of foul it back. So it does get strike 2 on him here. So Yearwood's battled back here and evened up the count with a 2-2 count.
So waiting the 2-2 offering here from Yearwood. Pitch coming. Grounder up the middle. Second baseman's going to come up and make the play on it and gets the out, 4-3. That was a tough play with the runner cutting in front of him, but a good job to stay focused and get the out to end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. ICC leading it 2-1. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
So when are you going to get me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
Ooh, these new Little Caesars Crazy Pops are fun size, so you can eat them anywhere. Keep those hands at 10 and 2.
Enjoy Little Caesars Crazy Pups on the go for just $3.99.
Pizza, pizza.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back. No changes in the exchange of the inning there, even though it took a heck of a time between innings there. Normally you think there was a change with as much going there, but it was not. So this will be Morris, Wicker, and McCray due up here in the bottom of the 8th. ICC with a 2-1 lead here in game 1. That pitch missing for a ball. Football practice going on. Spring practice, if you just heard the air horn going off there.
Well, I did, and I looked sour because I didn't know where that was coming from, but yes, I can look over there now and see that. and I can see them out there on the field. So Coach Macon and crew are excited about spring practice and seeing what they can put together and get on the field for next year.
2-0 pitch, and that one goes high for a ball. 3-0 now is the count here to Morris. He is 0 for 3 on the day. He has flown out twice and hit into a Little Caesars double play.
Yeah, he'll be taken right here.
So waiting this 3-0 pitch. Taking the whole way that time, and umpire says ball 4.
Well, good job. Coach Harrelson's coming to the mound. Good job by ICC. Good patience right there. Poor job, and I can say it. I'd say it if ICC was out there. Poor job by Northeast to come out when you know you're down by 1 and you throw 4 pitches and you put your leadoff guy on.
Yeah, not one situation you want to do there. We'll keep it here. Looks like they.
I think that's what Coach Harrelson's telling me.
A coaching opportunity here is what you would call it in that situation.
I mean, like, come on now. You know, I mean, you're within 1, and you know you got one more at bat left if you're Northeast, and you're going to throw 4 pitches and put him on in the leadoff batter with no outs. So you're fully expecting ICC here, in my opinion, to try to lay a bunt down and get the runner in scoring position to try to get this extra run in here and make it a 2-run game going into the top of the 9th.
And this will be Wicker coming to the plate. 0 for 3 with a pair of groundouts to the shortstop and a strikeout. He'll dig in with no outs and a runner at first here in the bottom of the 8th with ICC leading it 2-1. They are going to just do a half-hearted pickoff move over to first.
Yeah, and then maybe checking to see if it was kind of a bunt and run situation. Sometimes a coach can put on a bunt and run and see if the runner was taken off. That was not in play at that point. Or it could be to see if you're going to see if Wicker will square around early. And he's going to be flirting with a balk out there if he doesn't fix that. But did it again, another throw to first. No commitment by Wicker, and Morris easily back in at first.
So still waiting for the pitch to come home after 2 pickoff attempts. Does show bunt, lays it down. It's a beauty. Only 1 play, and it's going to be to first. And it's in time for that sacrifice bunt. 5-3 on the putout. That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation. Reminding you to get a little bit more breathing room heading into the 9th.
Yeah, I mean, you've got it where you want it here. This is what you set it up for. Now the guys behind it have to produce and do their job here because you've gotten your runner over. You only got 1 out, and the runner in scoring position as Dre McCray takes strike 1. I don't disagree with taking that pitch right there. Again, that's that looping breaking ball that Curtis is throwing. Not a bad pitch to take here for strike 1.
So 0-1 is the count here to McCray. Runner at second in a 2-1 contest in favor of the Indians. This pitch fouled back. We'll stay at 0-2.
Yeah, that's frustration.
Yeah.
You did have that break, but you've got to drive that ball to the right side of the field and catch it with that break. You got a left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. You're hopefully going to try to drive that on that breaking ball. Well, let's see what Northeast. Now you're down 0-2 in the count. They can kind of manage to, if they can keep the ball in front of Oswalt.
Fastball high. Tell you what, Brad, if he can get something past or over the head of the shortstop, they are shading him strong towards the right side of the field. You see there with the center fielder, there's a large gap out there in left center.
Yeah, they are, and of course, you know, your second baseman is the one that's holding, the runner on. That is going to draw some major frustration right there.
First baseman will drift over and make the play. Tough break there, as now there's 2 outs in the inning. Good job by the Tigers, though.
Yeah, excellent job on the end of the Tigers and by the pitching staff too. That though is what is going to make Coach Connor's blood pressure go up.
Yes.
And rightfully so. I mean, you got to play situational baseball, and when you put yourself into these positions, you got to find a way. And they're not right now. ICC with the bats aren't even giving themselves a chance when you pop one up like that in foul territory. You hadn't even done anything to try to get the runner over to third. I mean, even a ground ball to the right side would have at least got him over to third. Did not do that. That's ball one to Hayden Roberts.
Yeah, Roberts had a sacrifice bunt in his last at bat, singled and walked so far here in game one. 2 outs in the inning. Runner at second here for the Indians. Roberts pops this one up. And this one's going to be over in foul territory as well. And Brad, just the same thing as the last one. Not giving yourself a chance there in the bottom half of the 8th to build on it. So now ICC, though, got to take care of business. They're 3 outs away from picking up a 2-1 win here in game one. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 9th inning. ICC 3 outs away from finding a hard-fought 2-1 win here as that first pitch across for a strike. Well, the umpire not even giving poor Richie a chance to get over in position there. He was still almost behind home plate when he threw the pitch.
He said, that's strike two. He said, let's get this on. This is the top of the 9th here.
First time today he's actually hurried between innings. So 0-2 now is the count here as this is Oswald at the plate. That pitch missing for a ball. 1-2 now is the count. Remind you to stay tuned for the Renaissance Bank postgame report coming your way. As there's strike 3.
Yeah, good job right there.
Curveball frozen. Yeah, Oswald looked like he wanted to swing, thought about it twice, but couldn't pull the trigger on it. And I've got that as the 4th strikeout of the game there for Yearwood. Now with 1 out, this will be Davis coming to the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Has that pitch in there for a strike. That pitch missing low, 1-1 now is the count here to Davis. Davis, and then it'll be Holiday on deck here for the Tigers. That breaking pitch just missing high, 2-1 now is the count here to Davis. So waiting the 2-1 offering here, and it hit him again.
Yeah, I don't, what is that going to be for?
That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 hits, hit batsmen, excuse me. And then what? Probably 5 base on balls on top. Probably what? 10 we put them on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
So we have put North.
10,
we put
plus an error.
Yeah, and we put them on 11 times.
And that's just going to be frustrating for Northeast fans and Coach Harrelson because you get that many opportunities, you got to cash in on them, and hadn't been able to. So with 1 out, runner at first. This is Holiday at the plate. Listen to that pitch in there for a strike.
Yeah, breaking pitch in there, strike 1 on Holiday. Victim of a strikeout, his last at bat, but did draw 2 walks earlier in the game.
So 1-1 now is the count. Throw over to first is a rocket. Bo had to kind of jump to get that one. I don't know that he was ready for it.
It was a very quick throw over there and had some pop behind it. So
if I'm Bo, I'm looking at Yearwood saying, hey, I'm not the catcher. Let's don't do 92 over here. Breaking pitch, grounder up the
Big
middle.
double.
There's one, and they get two. And the Indians turn the Little Caesars double play to end the contest, 6-4-3, and they'll pick up the 2-1 win here in Game 1. We'll take a quick break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report here from Fulton right after this.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. ICC picks up the 2-1 win here in Game 1 after a Little Caesars double play to end the contest. And Brad, your thoughts on to Game 1?
My thoughts are going to be that both coaches are not happy after this game.
Yeah.
Even though Rick Collier and Coach Collier won the game, they're not going to be happy, and I'm sure they're discussing that. Why, you ask me? Well, ICC did get the win 2-1. Ugly game, in my opinion, for ICC, simply because of the number of chances defensively they were trying to give Northeast the opportunity to let them take the lead in the game, and could have done some heavy damage with it. Coach Harrelson's not going to be happy because he knows they took no advantage of it. They were put on base 11 times,
Yes.
I think, as we discussed it. We gave them 11 chances right there, 11 players on base, and they weren't able to produce but one run out of that. They only had 3 hits on the day, Adam, and one of those hits came in that it didn't. It came in the 8th inning, excuse me, and so it was a little too late. So ICC on the ugly end, too, of our end, we had 6 hits. Again, we weren't able to really, especially there, you could see it at the end. We were able to
Get people on, couldn't come up with the timely hits.
Couldn't come up with the timely hits, and not only could we not come up with the timely hits, we're sitting here and we're popping it up in foul territory, and they're getting us out, and we're not doing our job to get insurance runs. Once you've got the lead, you got to take advantage of that, and you got to pour it on at that point. ICC did not do that at all. They're lucky, in my opinion, to come out of this game a 2-1 victory here. And we'll see what happens in Game 2. That's coming up. But ICC should consider themselves lucky to squeak out this conference win in this 9-inning affair with this 2-1 victory.
ICC improves to 12-17 overall, 4-7 in conference play. Northeast falls to 17-15, 3-6 in conference play. Your final line: ICC 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Northeast 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. As we mentioned, ICC hit 5 batters, walked 5 more, and had an error to give 11 free passes on the day to Northeast. Luckily for the Indians, they could not cash in on those. ICC left the bases loaded a couple of times, couldn't cash in on those as well. So kind of the story of the game there. We do have to pick a star of the game, and Brad, I'm going to let you go first.
All right, I'm going to go with Bo Rock. Had led off the game with we had 2 singles in his first 2 at-bats, and was able to get that first RBI, first run on the board with an RBI. So I'm going to go with Bo Rock.
I'm going to go with Jude Treadaway. Same day for him as well. He had a pair of singles, did have an RBI and stole a base. He also scored a run off a Bo Rock hit. So Got a little combination there. So 2-1 your final score here in game one. We're going to take a break and be back in about 30 minutes with game two here between ICC and Northeast. See you back here on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.